Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove Cavalry SPV LLC from their credit report. And actually, in many cases, without paying the debt at all. So if that's you or someone you know, I'm confident that you're going to walk away from this video knowing exactly the next best step to take. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't take action. For example, if you know or you believe that Cavalry SPV LLC or any of the other accounts on your credit report are the result of identity theft or have a wrong balance after you've already paid, or any other major issues that are seriously affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. We work with a network of local attorneys that will work on your behalf at zero cost, and this is win or lose. So, and in addition to getting the accounts deleted permanently. So, if there are no issues like that exist and you just want the account removed from your credit report, we can help with that too. I'll put our number in the description and just, give us a call today and we can talk through your best options. So today I want to go through some of the most important questions that we get about this company. And the first one that I have here I think is really important, and that is, can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with Cavalry SPV LLC? And I put this one at the top of the list for a reason, and that's because we have a lot of callers that are terrified that this could happen. And it makes sense. A lot of people are, few people are really taught how credit and debt work in school, myself included. I didn't know the answer to this question until I got into the business. And now I know the answer. And the fortunate thing is that unless the debt is related to specifically unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So no need to worry about that whatsoever. And actually the amount of the debt doesn't matter either. You could refuse to pay $1,000 or $1 million and you will not be arrested or get jail time. So now who is Cavalry SPV LLC and why are they on your credit report? So they're referred to as a debt collector or credit collection agency. And they buy debts, unpaid accounts like credit cards, for example, often for very cheap. And then they try to collect the full amount. Okay, I'll give you an example. So let's just say, for example's sake, you have an unpaid credit card with Capital One, and it's $1,000. Cavalry SPV LLC could, in theory, come along and buy that debt for just $100. But now they won't try to collect that amount. They'll try to collect the full $1,000 from you, which would give them a 10x return on their investment. So these companies can make a lot of money. And the way they do that is one of the ways they do that is damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report. It's a primary strategy that they use to try to get you to pay. What a lot of people, again, don't realize about that is even if you pay the debt that's on your credit report, it does not remove the account that's attached to it. That account will sit there on your report for 7 years, damaging your score, whether it's paid or not. So a lot of time paying that actually isn't in your best interest, and it could just be a waste of your money. Now, actually, in rare cases, paying the debt can even hurt your score further. Now, in addition to credit reporting, they may also send scary letters, call a lot, even calling your family members and colleagues. And again, this is a good place to mention that if a collector has ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, you may be owed a lawsuit. So again, that's another case that you'd want to give us a call so we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. Should you negotiate a settlement with Cavalry SPV LLC? So, this is interesting. Settling your debt with Cavalry SPV really depends on your goal. Typically, if you're wanting to improve your credit score, paying isn't the best option. And the reason why is what we were just talking about. Even if you pay the collection, it will remain on your credit report for 7 years, damaging your score that whole time. Now, instead, we always recommend working with an expert like us to come and review these accounts for you. And, if certain issues exist, then the account may be removed entirely. And this is a win-win. You won't have to waste money paying a debt that won't help you or your score. And the negative account gets removed from your report. So really, it's a perfect solution. How do you remove Cavalry SPV LLC from your credit report? So this is the ultimate question, right? The Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. Now, I will say that the knowledge required to do this is a bit more involved than it might seem. Now, that's not to say that you shouldn't learn how to do it, but just be prepared, to spend weeks, maybe months, really learning how to do it properly. However, if you hire a professional to handle it for you, you can ensure that it's done properly the first time. You can save the extra time that you would be learning this. That's what we're here for, and we'd be happy to help take care of it for you. We've dealt with Cavalry SPV LLC accounts many times, and I'll just say they regularly have issues. And we've helped numerous clients deal with them. And we'd be happy to take care of it for you as well if you prefer. Here's a question. How can you get Cavalry SPV LLC to stop calling you? As I mentioned before, Cavalry SPV will be calling you as an attempt to collect the debt that they've purchased. That's their business plan, right? So, which means the only reason that they'll stop calling you is if you settle your debt with them, or you work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. Will Cavalry SPV LLC try suing or garnishing my wages? This is a really great question, and another one that a lot of people are fearful of. So, Cavalry SPV suing is unlikely. It can happen, and it does happen from time to time, but really in our experience, it's rare. There are a lot of laws around how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win, and it's a long process. However, if you work with a company like ours and we're able to find certain issues with the account, they won't be able to sue you at all, right? Nor will they be able to collect the debt. So this is another benefit of using an expert. Another question here. What are my rights when dealing with Cavalry SPV LLC? This is a good question. So you have the right to dispute any of your debt that Cavalry SPV LLC has purchased. They are governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, the FDCPA, and like we were talking about before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the FCRA. Now, these acts can seem very complicated, but they provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use it properly, right? Now, if you don't have time to research these acts, I don't blame you. They can be a little time consuming also. Just call us today. We would love to sit down and discuss your options with you. Again, I'll throw our number in the description area below. Thanks.